All right, so today is December 18, and this is the trading recap. So first we have DJI. I didn't answer this because I was at work with my grandpa. I've been working the whole week. Tomorrow's the last day that I'm gonna go with him. But looking back at how the market performed today, I think this was a pretty easy call. If I was on the charts. So what do we have? So we have market open right here, right? I was looking at the charts while working, so I was kind of expecting it to go up and hit this. I was looking at it, and when I was looking at it, it didn't hit any of the liquidity and stuff when the market opens. So I was kind of waiting for that. As you can see, it didn't hit anything at all, right? Like the top ones. But looking back, you can see a break of structure, and then we get a fair value gap, and then we get a 1 minute break of structure to the downside right there, and we enter, and this would have been pretty good risk to reward. Second one is Nvidia. This is one that I did this on my phone, but good thing that I didn't enter. So we see market open, and I marked it out at 6:45, right? I marked it out. I was on the passenger seat, waiting for my grandpa to get to the first house, and we see a breaker structure to the upside. We get a high, and we mark it out. Boom, breaker structure for rally gap, and then 1 minute breaker structure, and then I would have probably entered right here, but I kind of made it a rule to myself that I don't enter trades off of my phone no more, just because it's just one of my rules. But I was kind of expecting price to hit the liquidity up here, sweep it out, and then we see a manipulation to the downside. But I think what kind of bring it down was like how everything else was performing. So as you can see, like at around 840-ish, that's when all the stocks started to like go down, and boom, you can see right here how the Nvidia stock was affected. I feel like it would have gone up to the upside if it didn't rely so much on other stocks and shit, like how much of an impact it is. But since we do see it like all over the place on the S&P 500, there you go, like around 840, boom, to the downside, because on the S&P 500 it did hit the liquidity. And once that did happen, now we see a manipulation to the downside. All right, so maybe that's something that I just learned right now, right? That's S&P divergence, right? So price ended up hitting my stop loss. I would have gotten stopped out, so it's good I didn't enter. The next one is Microsoft. This would have been a pretty good enter, because I was watching it and stuff as well. We get a breaker structure, fair value gap, and then 1 minute, and then we enter, boom. And as you can see, price did not, like, price hit right here. I would have targeted this low. I mean, that other one. But looking back, we could have adjusted it to like right there. That would have been a like 1 to 6 or something risk to reward. So that would have been pretty good. Next one, VU. This was a pre-market manipulation that I saw. So when CPI news came out and how it was affecting, news came out at 5:30. So as you can see, it's 5:25, and then 5:30 hit, and then we see a tick to the upside. And then so I saw this right here. We get a breaker structure to the upside, and we get a fair value gap, and then we put the equilibrium, price drops again, we get a 1 minute breaker structure, and boom, we target the high and the low. This would have been right here, but just messing it, boom. And then once this got liquidated, Now, this would have been an entry that I would have entered on New York time session. Well, both New York time session, but this is, I think, what, London session, manipulation to the upside, and then New York continuation and then reversal. So we got a breaker structure right here to the downside, candle closes below it, and then we get a fair value gap to the downside again. Price kind of moves sloppy, right? But then we get a fair value gap to the downside. We go back to the 1 minute. Breaker structure, boom, enter off of that one. And this would have been a beautiful entry, because as you can see, the closest one would have been right here, this one would have been right here, and then we could have even just adjusted it, boom, like that. 1 to 7 risk to reward, super good. And then we could have done the same thing on the S&P 500, boom, to the downside would have got hit. Same thing right here, boom, to the downside would have got hit. So yeah, that's the trading recap of December 18. Price action has been pretty bad these last couple of weeks. So I haven't really done any trades, and plus I am pretty busy right now, but I'm still, journaling, still keeping track of everything. So I'm still doing everything that I need to do to get better. I'm watching the news right now. So let's just hope. I'm just waiting patiently for January to come, buy my funded account, and let's just see where it takes me,